One of the greatest assets to Hillsborough County is the Hillsborough River. eBOATS Tampa is the easiest way to bring you and a boatload of friends on the water on a fun and relaxing cruise. The E stands for easy, and we'll put that to the test as I get behind the wheel of one of these eco-friendly electric boats.
Kevin, how did eBOATS get started?
So a great friend of mine and his wife started this over 10 years ago now.
Wow.
And with 2 boats down here. We were the first company allowed in here at the Tampa Convention Center Marina. And it has been a long journey, but a very fun one. And it's just been an awesome experience for us and for all of our guests.
What's unique about these boats?
So there's so much unique. The main thing is they're all electric. So 0 emissions, very low sound. So it's almost like you're sailing when you're out there. You're really kind of in tune with the water and the wind. And it's all about the experience. And it's a very peaceful and enjoyable one.
So what I hear is you don't need a boating license for these?
That's correct. Florida law, if it's under 10 horsepower,
Okay.
you do not have to have a boater's license, and these are 9.5 horse. And so, yeah, super easy. Obviously not a high-speed vessel, but it's more about the enjoyment of being on the water, and they go just as fast as legally allowed. We are open till 10 o'clock at night. The waters are very well protected, and so very busy in the evening. Folks will go out into the bay for sunset, maybe have a nice picnic out there. Watch the sunset, and then after dark head up the river and watch all those lights change colors. And boats are due back here by 10, but you can have a great evening out here.
How many people fit on the boat?
We have our standard size that a lot of our repeat customers are familiar with, but they hold up to 10. And then we have these new vessels now that hold up to 12 passengers. They're wider, longer, and just a great experience. Even if you don't have the big group, you can take 4 or 5 out and just have all kinds of room and just super comfortable.
So can you bring anything with you on the boat?
Absolutely. You can bring any food or beverage you like. Obviously, driver cannot be partaking in the adult beverages.
Correct.
But you're welcome to bring those with you. And we have the newer boats, especially, they have 4 surfaces in there. So you can bring large platters. You can have just a huge spread of food.
And you rent them for how long?
Up to 4 hours. 4 hours is our max. Most people that go for 1 hour, they come back wanting to go for another hour.
Yeah.
2 hours is kind of a good number if you don't plan on stopping anywhere. But if you want to make those stops, or if you want to go way up the river, which that's a 3-hour section.
Wow.
I would do at least 3 hours if you want to kind of really take in most of the larger areas.
But, this would be easy for me to operate?
Absolutely. And like you talked about, the having the boater's license and all that, you do not have to have a boater's license with these because of the low horsepower. But another reason for the low horsepower, most of the areas that you travel with these vessels is minimum wake zone. You're not allowed to go fast. So you don't need the big horsepower boat with the fumes and the loud engine. You can just go out and cruise. And like I said, max speed on these boats is going to be the maximum legal allowed speed in most of these areas. We see a lot of manatees right in this area as well, and they can't really get out of the way. Plenty of dolphins. We have dolphins chase the boats all the time up the river and things like that. So there's plenty of wildlife.
Great. So what makes Hillsborough County such a good place for this business?
Well, there's only a few places in the U.S. that have this type of setup with the nice, calm water options. It's very, very rare that we have to shut down the bay section because of wind conditions. Most of this area is almost glass. The biggest waves you're going to encounter are from other vessels passing by. So that's what makes it unique. We've got up to 4 hours our vessels can go, and most of that water is going to be very, very calm.
And having been here for 10 years and being one of the first business that was along the riverfront, how has your business grown?
It's been incremental as we go up.
Yeah.
We've got our regulars that come every time they have people in town. They bring folks out and give the boats a try. And so we get a lot of that. And we're right by all the big hotels here, so we get a lot of walk-up activity. So much action here at the convention center. So it's kind of half and half. It's half folks from out of town. It's half folks that are locals that just know it's a quality product, and it's so easy. That E in eBOATS really stands for easy as well. They can just walk in, bring their food and drinks, and when they get back, walk right off. You don't have to go fuel up the boat, all that. You can just head right out, head to the concert, whatever you want to do.
Well, it keeps people coming back.
Absolutely.
So if someone wanted to start a business, what would be your advice for someone in Hillsborough County wanting to start something?
Well, for anybody that wants to start a business, I would recommend you got to go all in. It's going to take everything you've got. You got to be 100%. It's going to, you're the person on call 24/7. So just if you go into that with that mindset, I think any business can be successful, but you've got to be all in.
That's awesome. That's great advice. Thank you, Kevin.
Absolutely.
All right, now let's go drive a boat.
Let's do it.
right, Kevin, I took you seriously where you said I could bring my own beverage, and I brought my favorite sparkling water. Thanks for keeping it cold for me. So we're ready for this.
Absolutely.
All right. So now tell me what we're going to do.
So just a few things. When people go out, we like to go over all their different options.
Okay.
There's 4.5 hours of area that you can cover while you're out there. And basically from where we are, you can go through the Franklin Bridge here, but you're just not allowed to go past the next bridge into the port area. Obviously, our boats aren't allowed in the port.
That makes sense.
Straight out between Harbor and Davis Island this way. It's about a 10-minute ride out to Marjorie Park Marina. People like to go out there and check out the yachts in that area.
Okay.
You're not allowed to go past that into the full speed area that leads into the shipping channel.
Makes sense.
Allowed out there. But the main draws are going to be the bay and the river sections going around Davis Island. You'll want to pull a left here and go on out there, stay to your left, and you can check out all the huge $10, $20 million homes. Good chance of seeing dolphins out there. You're not allowed in the canals out there, and you don't want to go past the 4th canal. That's our turnaround point, so you'd come back. So if you did the bay section, that's going to take you about an hour round trip.
Okay.
Check out that whole area. Finally, we have the river section here. Now, the river goes right around the convention center here and heads up north. That's up to a 3-hour section.
Wow.
You go all the way up to Lowry Park up in that area. So you get to see quite a bit. Main thing on the river, you want to stay in the middle the whole way up. And we have our emergency contact number here at the top if you have any questions.
That's awesome.
And so at this point, we would just go over the safety equipment on the boat. Also, every boat has a Bluetooth stereo, so someone can play DJ and you can listen to whatever music you'd like while you're out there.
Well, that makes it fun.
Absolutely, absolutely. Cool, so we'll shove off and show you how the controls work.
All right.
And go from there.
Okay, let's do this.
Awesome.
eBOATS is easy and one of the best ways to experience the Hillsborough River. Now go out and explore the borough.